What happens after we kick the bucket? Do we vanish into nothing? Or is there something waiting for us on the other side? Heaven? Rebirth? Eternal peace? Or just darkness? The mystery of death has haunted humanity for thousands of years. Every religion, culture, and belief system has tried to answer it in its own way. In today's video, we're diving deep into the afterlife. But not just one theory. We're exploring 15 powerful, strange, comforting, and sometimes terrifying ideas about what could happen after we die. Some are spiritual, some are scientific, some are a little weird, but all of them try to make sense of the biggest question we'll ever face. Let's begin. Purgatory. Purgatory is a middle ground. Not heaven, not hell. A place to cleanse your soul. Some religious believers believe that souls who aren't pure enough for heaven go there first. It's temporary but painful. Over time, with prayers from loved ones, the soul rises. The story of a grieving daughter lighting candles every day for her father's soul reflects this belief. Ghosts and spirits. What if we stick around? Many cultures believe spirits remain on Earth. Some protect loved ones. Others haunt. Think of haunted houses or people feeling the presence of someone they loved. Ghost stories have existed in every culture, from Japanese Yurei to Mexican Day of the Dead traditions. Are they real, or is it just our grief trying to hold on? Reincarnation. In Eastern beliefs, death isn't the end. It's a cycle. You die. You're reborn. Again and again until you break free through enlightenment. The life you're born into next depends on your karma, your actions in this life. A kind person may return as a wise teacher. A cruel person might return as something far less pleasant. But reincarnation makes death less scary. But it also means your actions have eternal consequences. Quantum consciousness theory. Some scientists suggest consciousness may be tied to quantum mechanics. One theory is that our awareness might continue on another plane or dimension. It's highly speculative but intriguing. For example, Dr. Stuart H. and physicist Sir Roger Penrose proposed that consciousness could exist in microtubules within brain cells and might not vanish with death. If true, death could just be a shift, not an end. The atheist view, nothingness. Many atheists believe in nothing after death. When the brain stops, consciousness ends. That's it. No heaven, no soul, just peace. It sounds cold, but for some it's comforting. No fear, no judgment, just rest. Think of the peaceful sleep you never wake from. A famous scientist once said, "I was dead for billions of years before I was born. It didn't bother me then. Why should it now?" Afterlife beliefs. In other traditions, death leads to judgment by Supreme Being. Souls wait in their graves until Judgment Day. Then, they cross the bridge between this world and other. The righteous cross easily and reach Jannah paradise. The sinful fall into Jahannam hell. One touching story involves a man who spent his life doing good, but feared he hadn't done enough. On his deathbed, he whispered prayers. His family believes he now rests in peace. So the view focuses on accountability and mercy, nirvana or enlightenment. Here, the ultimate goal is nirvana. It's not heaven. It's release. Freedom from suffering, desire, and the cycle of rebirth. It's like blowing out a candle. Peaceful, silent, final. The story of a monk who meditated for decades in silence, aiming only to reach nirvana, shows the commitment to escaping worldly pain. Nirvana doesn't promise golden gates, but inner stillness. Heaven and hell. One of the most well-known ideas comes from Western tradition. It says that when you die, your soul is judged. If you lived a good moral life, you go to heaven, a peaceful, eternal paradise. But if you lived in sin, you face hell, eternal suffering. The idea is to encourage people to live righteously. Think of a woman who prayed daily, helped the poor, and passed away in her sleep. Her family believes she's smiling down from heaven. On the other hand, the story of a criminal fearing hell in his final moments shows how this belief can deeply impact lives. The simulation theory. What if life and death are part of a simulation? Like a game. When you die, you log out. This theory, popular in tech circles, suggests we're living in a computer-generated world. Elon Musk even entertains this idea. A glitch in reality? Déjà vu? Maybe it's all coded. And death is just the end of the session. Universal consciousness. Some believe all life shares one vast consciousness. When we die, we return to the whole. Like a drop of water going back to the ocean. A spiritual idea rooted in mysticism and even psychedelics. People who've experienced ego death on substances often describe this unity. It's not you dying, it's you merging back with everything. Ancient Egyptian belief. Ancient Egyptians believed in the weighing of the heart. After death, the god Anubis would weigh your heart against a feather. If your heart was light, you moved to the afterlife. If heavy with sin, you were devoured by a monster. Tombs were filled with items for the next life: food, jewelry, pets. For them, death was just a passage. 12. Valhalla Inn. Some ancient traditions, warriors who died bravely went to Valhalla, a majestic hall where they feast and fight until the final battle of Ragnarok. Others went to Hell, a more neutral realm. It's less about good versus evil and more about bravery. Viking burials included weapons, believing they'd need them after death, rebirth as energy or New Age belief. Some believe we become energy after death, not in a body but as pure energy, floating, aware, maybe even choosing our next form. This belief is popular in New Age circles. It blends science, spirituality, and personal comfort. Imagine your soul becoming light, drifting among the stars. Parallel lives theory. This theory says that at death, your consciousness jumps into another version of reality. You never really die, you keep living in another universe. Think multiverse. Every decision creates a new world. So maybe you're living infinite lives already. A bit mind-bending, but it offers a strange kind of comfort. You become one with nature. The most grounded theory? When you die, your body returns to the earth. You feed plants, insects, the cycle of life. Your atoms become something else. A tree, a river, a breeze. You don't disappear, you transform. It's poetic, simple, and it's guaranteed to happen. So what do you think happens after death? Is there a soul? A light at the end of the tunnel? Or is it just darkness? Whatever you believe, one thing's certain. Death shapes how we live. These theories aren't just about the end. They're about how we find meaning, comfort, and courage. We all wonder. We all fear. And sometimes we all hope. So take a moment, reflect on these ideas, and let us know what you believe. Because sometimes asking the question is more powerful than knowing the answer. And please subscribe to our channel if you like our content. Thank you for watching.